and welcome back to Golden Sun. I'm Chocolate Milk.
And get stuffed. It's Bass6286.
Cause it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Is that why?
Also, there's a really bad movie called Thanksgiving,
Oh
and that's one of the
god.
lines in it.
Oh god, I can't even imagine how terrible that would be.
The opening scene is a nun running through a forest that's topless, just a topless nun running through the forest. That is the opening scene of the movie.
Alright. I was gonna start this off, but I lost my train of thought thinking about that. Anyways, so the first thing I did off screen was I went all the way to Yalam. I ended up having to go through Gondolin, but luckily there's a shortcut up here. You can just fly over and get to Yalam, so bit of a shortcut. I made some new equipment, and I divided between the two parties. I made a terror shield, which unfortunately is cursed. We were talking about it earlier, how we thought there wasn't any cursed equipment, but this is the first one that I found. And if it's cursed, you can't unequip it. You have to actually get it blessed and taken off of you. So that was the first thing that I had made. And a lot of the stuff I made wasn't too good for my party, but it was good for the other party. I also made the Soul brand, and I ended up giving it to Garrett. There wasn't too many things that I had made. And most of it I just kind of switched around. There was one more thing, but I don't quite remember what it was. Oh yes, it was this. It was the armor, the planet armor, and I gave it to Isaac. So I ended up making a couple pieces of equipment. I also went ahead and I was fooling around with some of the genies. I ended up just giving everyone their regular genies just because when I was switching them, I found that their stats were very low, but that's also because they're at a lower level. Like Felix is at level 37 and Maya and Isaac are only at 30, so they're a couple levels behind. So they're a bit weaker. I did some grinding because I was having a tough time in this next dungeon, which is going to be one of our last ones, Magma Rock. So,
Woo!
yay.
One of the last dungeons.
And it's the last rock. We've gone through all of the elements, so
Hooray for that.
I was trying to practice and find my way through here, and I kept trying to run away, but everything just kept killing me. It's like I would run away, it would fail, they'd hit me once, try to run away, it'd hit me again, and then 3 or 4 hits and I'd be dead. So, in just the little while that I've been here, I've actually grinded like 2 or 3 levels, so the enemies are pretty tough in here.
Pulling out all the stops on the last dungeon.
Yeah. I mean, I think about how high our level was in the first game, and how high our level is in this game.
And it's like, what the heck? Well, this is a longer game, I guess, so...
It is longer, yeah, but I think we were at level like 31 or 32, I think was like the max level, and that was after I had done a crap ton of grinding. And we're almost at level 40, and we're not even finished the game yet, so... It's kind of interesting. So there's only a mimic in there, which sucks, but figured I'd fight it anyways.
Stupid mimics.
And just like all the other rocks, we have to go on the outside of the rock first, and then we'll actually be able to get inside the actual dungeon itself. This dungeon uses burst, so whoever has burst, you probably want to set it to a button, because these statues, if you make them angry, I guess, by exploding on them, they shoot fireballs.
Well, that's kind of cool.
And then they make other things explode, like that, so... This is a dungeon full of destruction and stuff.
And rampage.
So that's fun.
Well, at least we'll go out with a bang.
Ah, that's so good.
The best.
Bass is like, I'm the best at this. That's what you should just do for a living. It's just like a professional, like, in conversation punist. Pun master.
Oh man, my roommate made a really good one. He was making all these puns and he's like, oh, I have a problem. I have a conundrum.
Oh god. And you're like, oh god, that hurts. It's so good. I can't even handle it. I think that's where you get it from. It's just like lots of people you know are doing it, so then you do it too.
It just builds on itself.
It just rubs on you. This one will eventually burst you upwards. You just gotta kind of wait for it. There we go. Yeah. I don't know.
Angry.
I don't know how it suddenly filled up with magma, but works for me. And a lot of climbing. I don't know why. They should be calling these mountains, not rocks, because there's so much climbing to do with this. It's ridiculous.
It's true. Maybe, I don't know, Magma Mountain sounds kind of weird, though.
I think that sounds pretty stellar. Like, Aqua Mountain sounds kind of weird, because it's just like, how could you make a mountain out of water? What? But...
That's true.
Earth Mountain, you could do.
That seems kind of redundant.
I suppose so, yes. Or like Air Mountain. That's really...
What?
What? Oh well, I don't even know why I'm contemplating on this as a thing, but... So there's a couple of new enemies. I think the griffins are new. I'm pretty sure we've seen the little rock things in a different dungeon. They have really high defense, but they don't take very much to kill, so that's good.
They look really weird, because they have legs, I think.
They're like rocks with, yeah, like legs, and almost looks like they have like rocky whiskers. It's kind of strange.
They're probably supposed to be spines or something, but oh well.
Oh well. Okay, and I need to use growth. I haven't had growth until I switched all this genie around. I wonder if I switch with...
A thing?
Yes, there we go. He just needs an earth one and he'll be able to use it. There we go. So use it on the right one. Climb up. Man, Felix has gotta have some strong-ass arms from climbing all this stuff.
I wonder... It's weird because you don't actually see the other party members. It's like, it makes me think that Felix is carrying everyone.
Or like, they somehow shrink. Or something really weird, like they shrink and just fit into his pocket.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, he's carrying around in his pocket.
He's like, Shrinky Dinks!
Oh god!
It's all exciting.
I forgot about those things.
Shrinky Dinks are awesome. I wonder what's up here. Oh, can't go up
Dead
there.
end.
I think we have to go on another one of the angry volcanic heads first. Let's use this one.
Make my creatures grow!
This reminds me of the other rock where it was like the earth rock, but then all you were doing was growing stuff, and I was like, what? Although I guess growth, like stuff out of the ground, the earth, I don't know.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
That's totally what it
I don't know what else
reminded me
I
of.
mean, did we have sand by that point?
No. Sand we used in... we used it in the ruins, the ankle ruins. We didn't actually use it in one of the rocks, I don't think. And we used it at Trial Road. Of course, but... Yeah, because we did Air's Rock first.
It was either air or aqua. I don't know.
No, we did Aqua after. But I forget what came first, Earth or... I've just been playing this game for so long, I don't even know anymore.
They all came first.
They all came and went at some point in time. Alright. Any day now. Yeah?
For a second it looked like it just stopped and wasn't gonna do anything. No!
It's like, nah, you know what? I'm not angry anymore. It's like, I want you to be angry! Explode already!
I've been taking counseling, I don't get angry.
I've been finding alternative ways, healthy ways to fix my anger. Okay, so you need that rope to get over here, and this requires a bit of delicate timing. So make that statue all angry, come down, and then you gotta climb all the way up and hop on its head before it explodes.
Oh, go Felix, go!
Ah, yes! Ha ha ha. I did it. At least they give you a considerable amount of time to jump. Like if you get up there and you're like, I don't know what way to jump, it gives you a pretty lengthy amount of time to decide where to jump, which is nice.
As opposed to just like 2 seconds.
Like those stupid water spurts.
I was just going to say that, yeah. It's
You're
like you
like-
hop on them and they just like fall down. You're like,
Boop! And you're like, I don't have time for this. I'm angry. Game's like, too bad.
you're too. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
Oh god, don't even.
I didn't even mean to go there. I was like, why is this sound like leaving a bad taste in my mouth? Oh.
Why does this not sound good to me? That's just gonna like forever be one of those things you're like, I'm not even gonna go there.
Never ever.
Never. So you gotta move that boulder first, or what's gonna happen is you're gonna fall on the righternmost one, and then you're gonna have to take the little cliff path down, and it's just gonna go around in circles. Okay. Oh wait, what did I do that for? That was dumb of me. That was really dumb of me. I needed to be where that lash area was, because I needed to use the statue to destroy that block.
Look what you've done.
I know. I'm like, this is how you do the puzzle correctly, and then I frick it up.
And then you don't do the puzzle correct.
And I fudge it up. It's like, oh, that's great. Sweet. I also should probably not use Felix's psi energy, because his is so incredibly low, and I think he's the only one that has revive right now. Which is crappy.
It's really low.
It is really
Jeez.
low. I think it's just because I've been using Odyssey, because it's super OP and awesome.
And expensive.
I think it's like almost 20 psi energy points every time you want to use it, so yeah, it's not very cheap. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. That's better. At last we figured it out. When I came up here the first time, I did not, for whatever reason, see that you could jump over here. So I was like, oh my god, this game is impossible. What have they done? And what am I missing? And then I was like, oh, wait, you can jump. Derp.
I've totally done that before, where there's something really obvious, and I'm just staring at it, and I can't figure out what to do, and then all of a sudden I realize, and I'm just...
And then you're like, I am dumb.
Then I look around and make sure no one saw.
Like, did anybody see my mistake? No? Good. I still have some dignity left then. That's good. I think you can come down here to get a treasure. And we should be pretty close to being inside, I think.
I keep forgetting that you have to go through the whole outside, and then you get inside, and then you get the little real dungeon.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, hey, this is just the little taster. You have a whole nother dungeon to go through once you get inside. It's like, oh, why? I know it'd be so hot. It'd be like magma everywhere.
And none of us got our red tunics. What are we gonna do?
I know. I think Garrett's wearing all red. Plus he has red
that's true.
hair, so he's like...
Plus fire had up, so he should be able to withstand it.
He's like, I am unstoppable. The heat? Heat does not bother me. Okay, I think we need to climb. Just make sure not to get burnt. Because that would be fatal, I can imagine.
Or at least very painful.
Well, not for these guys, I guess, because they're like, you know, super
Pros.
amazing. Oops. That's a dead end.
I think it's just an end with less opportunity.
You could, like, you know, reach your arm up and potentially grab it.
Just keep climbing.
But Felix is just too tiny and stubby. It just doesn't work that way. I think if you drop down there, you can get to that volcano head. Yeah, if you drop down, I think you can use that, but I don't think there's any point unless you want to make a shortcut. But once I'm in the dungeon, I don't plan on coming back out, so...
Never. We're just gonna stay in there forever.
I can also just climb, if all else fails, if I need to use retreat for whatever reason.
I sense a giant explosion in the near future.
Maybe. Wait for it. Bam! Yeah.
Hooray! Big explosions!
Whew. Okay, so that wasn't too painful. Because now we're able to go inside the dungeon. Yay!
Also, I thought that monster's name was Lick for a second. And I was very confused.
You're like, why would they call a ghost monster that? That makes no sense.
And I was like, oh wait.
I was wrong. Now we're actually inside Magma Rock, which is like a nicely laid out steel dungeon that looks like it's been created by man for whatever reason in the middle of a volcano, but video game logic. We're going to be here for a while, so we'll actually do the inside of the dungeon next time. So, thanks for watching.
And we'll see you then.